Morning Baycroft, how are we doing? Mr Mitchell here on Friday. Rolled around again, hasn't it? Never lets us down, does it, the old weekend? And here it is with us. How are you all doing? So, today is Friday and it's the last day, if I decide it is, of me talking about animals. Now, I've been able to talk about nature this week because I had a very, very dodgy link at the start of the week, which was about King Kong. And King Kong is the story of a giant gorilla who falls in love with a lady and carries her off. Could happen, couldn't it? But I'm telling you now, even if a real gorilla tried to carry off my daughter, you'd see the wild animal in me. Wouldn't even think about it, would he? No, he wouldn't. No, alright, okay, seriously, who would win a fight between a gorilla and me? Well, here's a real gorilla. Just amazing, aren't they? And here's me. Equally just as amazing. Now you think it's a stupid question, I can see that in your faces, but you don't know what I'm capable of. No, you don't. Right, okay, let's have a look at some gorilla facts. Let me just get some gorilla facts up here. Young male gorillas are known as blackbacks, but as they mature and grow and are known as stronger and more dominant, they become known as silverbacks because they grow silver hair. Hello? Anyway, what else we got? Gorillas are, generally speaking, peaceful and calm animals who have a strong family bond and love the great outdoors. Blimey. They also have a reputation for being really grumpy when they need to be. God, this is getting spooky. I'm starting to think I might actually be a gorilla. What else have we got here? Let's have a look. It's really hard to know just how strong a gorilla is. I suppose that's because they can't get gym memberships, can they? But they are considered to be incredibly strong. Yeah, me too. I can do like loads of press-ups and that. Estimates place a gorilla's strength between 6 and 15 times that of a man, or maybe a normal man. Here is a video of what a gorilla can do to a banana tree. Okay, let's have a look at that.
Bananas. All of them now they are going to enjoy.
Yes, look, he's going to enjoy.
Oh, he's huge. We are going to see how they food. You see? You see?
Look at the one moving down the bottom. Oh no.
We started with the inner part. You see the baby down.
What else? Gorillas have a bite force greater than a hyena and have been known to... Maybe I'll just run away. Here, I did it. Oh, sorry, hang on. Hello? Oh, hi David, yeah. David Attenborough. They can run as fast as Usain Bolt at his fastest at 25 miles an hour. Alright, well I just won't go to Africa in the first place then. God's sakes. Such a know-it-all, isn't he? The thing is, even if I did go to Africa, even if I walked straight into the mountainous jungle where the gorillas live, the chances are I wouldn't see one anyway. Because mountain gorillas are in trouble. There's only about 880 mountain gorillas left in the wild, and they're only able to survive in the wild. 880. This is what 1,000 people look like. There are less mountain gorillas than that in the whole world. We've got about 250 people in Baycroft on a normal day. Now, it was us, people, who put gorillas in such a bad way. Gorillas have never caused any of humans' problems. But humans have caused all of gorillas' problems. Every single one. And it's us, people, who need to help them now. Remember the other day I said the world belongs to you now? Well, I meant it. You may think there isn't much you can be doing about this now, in terms of helping or giving money and that kind of stuff. It's true, you can't. But you can do something even more important. You can care. Because if you care enough, and if you get other people to care enough, and if people care enough, generally, we can save gorillas and tigers and polar bears and lions. Did you know that lions are critically endangered? But you didn't, but they are. And all of the other animals that need our help to make sure that we keep the world as magic as it is. So, care. Bit embarrassing, isn't it? Go and do some work.
Hi Baycroft. Right, Mr Ryan Healy's still off, you know, he's hurt himself, his back and his neck, so I'm filling in for say with the daily stretch again. And I've got my guest host here, Rosie the dog, who's been playing fetch with me. I was thinking, what's the simplest form of exercise you could possibly do? And I came to the conclusion, well, it's probably just going for a walk, isn't it? Something as simple as just going for a walk along the beach or in the park. So my daily stretch for you today, my daily exercise for you, is just to go out for a walk, okay? Obviously check with your parent or guardian first that it's okay. Maybe bring them along with you. If you've got a dog or a pet that you can walk like Rosie here, bring them with you too. And if you want, take some photos and send them into the home learning email address. Mr West has been teaching you all about how to take those, you know, perfect photos. So if you see some scenery that you quite like, or maybe an animal, Mr Mitchell's been talking all about animals this week, so any insects or birds or anything you'd like to take a photo of, take it, send it into the home learning email address, and enjoy your walk. Have a nice one, Baycroft. Right, where's your ball?
Hello Baycroft, we've come to the end of our week about friendship. It's Friday and I couldn't talk about friendship without reliving my childhood and challenging you to make friendship bracelets. Now, hopefully you've got some sort of string or cotton at home. I raided my mum's sewing bag to find some different cottons. If you follow these videos, there's an easier one and a harder one. You'll be able to make your own friendship bracelet, just like I've done, to give to one of your friends during this time. You're going to need 6 different pieces of strings. As you can see, I've got 2 yellows, 2 oranges and 2 pinks. Then you're going to have to gather them at one end, okay, and tie them in a little knot, like so, okay. Then I would recommend just getting a little bit of tape and taping your end to a surface. Make sure you check with your parents to make sure that you can do that. Okay, so as you can see, I've separated my strands out. Okay, I'm going to start with the easiest method first. So I'm going to use my 2 yellows as one string, my 2 oranges and my 2 pinks. Okay, and I'm going to pull them tight. I'm going to move my yellow to the middle. Okay, and it's just going to be a normal braid. So I'm then going to move my pink to the middle. Then I'm going to go with my orange to the middle and my yellow to the middle. Okay, if you can, hold all 3 strings at the same time and pull it tight. So my pink goes over to the middle, my orange goes over to the middle and pull it tight. So start with your cotton spread out again. As you can see, you've got 2 of each colour. You're going to start with left, and then you're going to move to the right. From the first orange cotton, you're going to make a number 4 shape. Can you see that there's that 4 created with the other string? And then pull it from underneath to create a knot and pull tight. And then you're going to repeat it exactly the same, making that number 4, pulling it underneath and creating that knot. Okay, it's really important you do it twice. Then put that one down, go to the next string and create the number 4, pull it under, pull it through and do that knot. Remembering to do it 2 times. Okay, then you'll keep moving on with that same orange string. So you'll move to the next yellow string, making that number 4, creating the knot, doing it twice, and moving to the next pink one. When you get to the end, you just go back to the left and start with that other orange string. So as you can see, moving through the colours, doing 2 knots, making that number 4 each time. Pull it nice and tight and make sure you're separating your strings between each go. So yellow, you do 2 knots, move on to the next one, and so on and so on. It does take quite a lot of time, so you do need a lot of patience, but I promise you, when you are finished, you will see something fantastic from your friendship bracelet.
Hi Baycroft, welcome to the Creative Challenge. On this day in 2015, Pixar released the animation Inside Out. All about the feelings, sadness, joy, fear, disgust and anger. I'm sure we've all felt some or all of these over the past few months. Animation is when lots of still pictures are slightly changed each time and linked together to show movement and create a great film for us all to see. Here is a brief history of past and present animation. So your creative challenge today is to create a simple animation. For this, you'll need a small piece of paper and a pencil. So take your paper, take a small piece of paper, not too big, and then fold your paper in half, just like this. So it's going to be a very simple animation. Then you need a pencil. So the first thing we're going to do is draw a picture on the front of our paper. So you can draw a stick man. I'm going to draw a face, and I'm going to make it a little bit related to Inside Out and feelings. So I'm going to draw a face on the front of this paper, just like this. Okay, so I've drawn the face. I'm going to draw the eyes, make it quite simple. I'm going to give it nice round eyes, draw the nose, draw a nice big happy face. This could be my happy face. Draw some ears in, and I'm going to give it some curly hair. You can make it a character, whatever you like. Okay, so we've got our first face. We are then going to open up our paper, and we're going to draw another face on the inside, slightly changed. So to make sure you get the face in exactly the same position, I'm going to shade over the top here. So using my pencil on the side, some of you might remember doing some shading in your art lessons. Just quite quickly use your pencil to shade over where your face would be. Okay, you can then flip back and trace over your face again. It should leave an imprint. So just get the outline, draw in your eyes, nose, where your mouth is, not worry too much, and the ears, and your hair. It's okay. Then if you turn over, you should see the imprint of your face. Now I'm going to slightly change this one. So I'm going to draw in my face shape, so it's in the same position. I'm going to draw in my ears, and I'm going to change the eyes. I'm going to have sad face inside here. So sad eyes, a little bit of sleep. Nose can be the same. Instead of a happy face, I'm going to make that a sad face. So we're going to be changing our face from happy to sad. And I'm going to give him some hair. Doesn't matter if that changes. Okay, so I have my two faces. I have my happy and I have my sad. Now this bit, we need to take our pencil and we're going to roll our pencil up with the paper. Okay, and just make sure you've done that tight enough. So we do it a couple of times, just like this. And then this is going to be your little mini flip book. And it's just a very simple animation of happy to sad, happy to sad. Try that one again. Okay, so you can say your face is happy, then sad, happy, sad. And you can see the eyes changing. And this is a very simple way of making an animation. Now you can do yours happy and sad, you can do stick people moving, it's up to you. Now if you fancy an extra challenge, you can always have a go using some toys or some Lego, a bit like this. So you might have some Lego or some figures or anything you find at home really. You might want to create a little scene, and if you do have a phone or a camera, you can take still pictures of each position you put your characters in. So you might want to take a photo of the scene and move your character slightly, and then take a photo, move your character again, take a picture, move their hand, move your character, take another photo. If you take pictures, you can link them together and make a short animation. If you have a stop motion or animation app, even better. So you could produce something a bit like this, and my children help me out with this one.
Are you okay? Yeah, thanks. Bye. Bye.
now it's your turn. Have a go at the simple roll-up animation, or try to make a little mini movie if you can with your phone. And perhaps you know some other forms of animation. I bet there's lots of other ideas for making little animations out there that you can share with the other students. So yours might be related to feelings, like Inside Out, or it can be completely up to you. But send your work to the home learning site, Baycroft home learning site, and we really look forward to seeing your work and see what you can produce.
I'll find a crowded avenue, though it will be empty without you. Kinda used to losing you no matter what.
Oh, hello, Baycroft. I didn't see you there. So, I know last week I said that Vikings are nothing but little sissies that went around raiding unarmed people. But, as you know, Mr. Mitchell can be wrong. And someone from school taught me otherwise. So, now we're going to hear from him.
Well, that was interesting. Thanks for that, Mr. Mitchell. And thank you for handing over to someone that actually knows a little bit about what they're talking about when it comes to Vikings. Now, let me tell you a couple of facts that are true. Vikings weren't tiny little people that just roamed around beating up people that were weaponless. In fact, they were master tacticians. And what they really did was pretty much conquer the whole of England. And they did this by using tactics. And the tactics that they used were far advanced for their time. And they built boats, much like the one behind me, so that they could travel great distances across the sea. Not only that, they could sail down the tiny rivers of England. They did this by flanking the enemy so they didn't know where they were coming from or when they were coming. Now, the Viking believed that the English were nothing but pagans that believed in false gods. Now, again, no one really knows. The Vikings had many different beliefs. They used to worship things like Christians have the sign of the cross, and Vikings have Mjolnir, which is Thor's hammer. And they used to pray and sacrifice to the gods, Odin, Thor, and Frey, which still to this day we talk about every time. So the English took the word Thor and made it Thur, as in Thursday, or Frey, as in Friday. So every week we still celebrate Thor's Day and Friday. Now, don't just take it from me. What I would like to do is retell a story of the Viking gods, like told by my friend Harput, who used to be a storyteller himself. I want to tell you the story of Jotunheim, the ice giants. You must be the students of Baycroft. I am Harput. I am a humble storyteller. I was also once a very great warrior. One day, I traveled as far as I could east until I hit the land of Jotunheim, land of the ice giants. I traveled to Jotunheim until I met what I believed to be the king. And I said, "Welcome," to which he replied, "Ah, great warrior, welcome to my hall. Please tell me, what skills do you possess?" To which I answered, "I can drink. I can drink more than anyone else in this great hall, in fact." And so, with that, the king made his cupbearer bring me a great horn. And he said to me, "Show me your skill, warrior, and drink as much as you can." And so I did. I drank and I drank, and I gulped and I gulped till I could drink no more. And when I brought down my drinking horn, I saw that only the tiniest amount had gone. And I was like, oh, I thought I had drunk gallons and gallons, but I had not. So I looked at the king, and he then said,
What a feeble attempt from a great warrior. I will give you another try. What other skills do you possess?
I am a great warrior. I can fight any man, and I will always win. So, with that, in come his greatest champion. But little did I know, it was an old lady who come in very frail. With this, I tramped at her, and I grappled and I wrestled for as long as I could, till eventually she put me to the floor, and I was weak. I stood up, and I said to the king, "What trickery is this?" To which he said to me,
The horn you drank from was connected to the ocean. When you arrive back, you will see how much of a dent you have made. And my greatest warrior was old age, and no one can battle old age forever.
and so you see that we as people used to tell stories like this all of the time about our gods and the things we've done. And because of this, it brought us closer as a community. I would like to say a big thank you to Mr. Langford for having me here, and Mr. Smeaton for making it very possible for me to come and join you on a day such as today. Goodbye, Baycroft. Hopefully, we will meet again.
So, Baycroft, there you have it. And just remember, there's always a bit of Viking in all of us. Skål!
Yesterday's sign was thirsty. Today's sign is drink. Drink.
Hello everyone, welcome back me once again. Hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast, as indeed you enjoy all of them still. Please make sure you continue to get the work coming in. We absolutely love seeing what you're up to there at home. Don't know what the weather's going to be like this weekend, but whatever it is and however you choose to spend your weekend, please be happy, enjoy yourselves, be kind to each other, particularly your parents and carers, stay safe, say hello to crows, don't tread on bugs, care, care, care. And we'll see you next week.